It is nighttime in Nassau, Bahamas, as I attended a meeting, the first meeting in 6 months to decide what, where, when, and how. All of those conjunctions to find out what the government intends to do with our loved ones. And after all the rigmarole, nothing has happened. We were in Bethel Baptist Church on Meeting Street. Pastor Timothy Stott is the pastor. Last time I saw him, we were in Foxtown. He and Neil Ellis, I got that photo. I was so proud of that photo. Some 23 years ago, Hurricane Floyd, when Spanish Rails guys were in, I don't know how Spanish Rails guys got down there so fast. Must have been by boat. But they were on trucks giving me food. Neil Ellis and Pastor Timothy Stott were offering prayers. And Neil Ellis, wise as he is, look at Pastor Timothy Stott and say, man, these people didn't want no prayers. They want food and water. It's a time for praying, and this ain't the time. And I was in Pastor Stewart church to date. I was there before for a funeral, but I didn't know that was his church. And boy, what a bunch of nothing we got tonight. First of all, I wanted to bring the information to my audience. And lo and behold, this big, fat, out-of-shape policeman that needed to go on some kind of diet plan come and block me and threaten to take me out of the church, the Baptist church. I didn't know you couldn't video in the Baptist church. Pastor Timothy Stott right off across from me. And they seemed to think I was causing a distraction when all I was doing was filming. Didn't say a word to my camera because I wanted to hear from Hiram Lewis, whom have not been in Abaco one day since this recovery, whatever it is that they have mandated him. He's the minister responsible, and we haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen him. Maybe you have. I saw him for the first time in the church, and the first thing they did is try to disarm me, discamera me. So I said to the minister, why is this FNM government don't want the public to know about what's going on? I learned today that there are American citizens in that trailer. I didn't even know if the American embassy or the Americans know that, but there are American citizens in that trailer also. That maybe that they don't want the Americans to know, because America, they'll go to war over one citizen. Yet in that trailer, they have several American citizens in that trailer. Did the government let the United States know that they have their residents in the trailer? I bet if the Americans were the wall, they would have had a DNA less than 6 months in. Well, to finalize everything, the government's still saying 6, 7, 8, it takes 9 months to get a DNA. So in essence, as far as the government is concerned, those bodies going to be there for 9 months if you want to get a match. But if you don't want to do that, they shall put your people in a grave, John Doe 1, 2, or 3, and after they find the match, you could go in the grave and resume your people's body and then carry them to whichever grave you want to. That is the government's plan to date. And it was so sad hearing many Abaconians are not public speakers. And everybody that came to the mark, all the ladies, they break down and cried. Some of them yelled in the church because Pastor Samuel Edgecombe said that y'all may think we're stupid, but we're not stupid. What y'all is telling us is a bunch of nothing. All he wanted is just 2 daughters. He did his homework through computer to find out how long it takes to get a DNA. He knows that the government changed from one DNA company to the next, and they just string you along. One of the girls from Mashaba want to know, this is a meeting concerning Abaco. Where is the man that I voted for? Where is James Albury? Where is Darren Henfield? We got 2 ministers here, Hiram Lewis, Dr. Dwayne Sands, that appear out of nowhere. We are happy to see him, but he had a bunch of nothing to give to you. I told him he is directly responsible for what has happened because he has dropped the ball completely. And I asked him, why do you have Dowell in that drunken state at the clinic in Marshaba, trying to discamera me, opening my car, acting like a thug? Because he's representing him. And I also said to the minister, you say he don't want me to talk about Dowell. I see, boy, he read like him, you see. He didn't want him to talk, but he does read jockey. You're not going to allow me to speak about Dowell drunkenness when Dowell is a direct example of him. He allowed Dowell to be down there drunk, but he can't let me talk about Dowell. But yet, he let Dowell speak for him because Dowell said to him, because he didn't have nose to come to see, Dowell said that there was no flies, there was no smell at all, that I was a liar. Well, who's the liar now? Who continues to lie? And I asked, why can I film in the Baptist church? Is it against the law to film in the Baptist church? This big, fat, out-of-shape policeman one man hollering me in the church. And Timothy started right there. This is his church. He's still the pastor. You said nothing. So I said something. I said, you know what? Abaco could do without these MP. I am aiming to be the next member of parliament for North Abaco. One of the ladies was in there from Abaco, a minister. She laughed. Well, what she don't know, she's been on Abaco a while, that God uses all people. A matter of fact, God uses her. Whoever thought that she was going to be a priest? Don't laugh at what you don't know about. God lives in all of us. And they're in that church lying. That is a place you ought not lie. Hiram Lewis came up with this big, beautiful sketch that's supposed to somehow make you feel so much better. But guess what? That even make the people more angrier. Because they said, Pastor Edgecombe said, why are we not included? I lost 2 daughters. Either of you guys, any of y'all ministers, lost any child in this storm? If you're doing something to me or for me, I need to be included. That is like our MPs. We send them to Parliament to speak for us. 6 months in, Darren Henfield, who's also a minister in this useless, weight nothing F&M government, have refused to have a meeting with his people. 6 months in. James Albury, we haven't heard from him. We see him every now and again in the news. But why are they not speaking to the people who elected them to speak for them? In order for them to speak for us, you have to talk to us. Speak to us. 6 months in, nothing. You know how many people were there in this meeting with 2 ministers? Maybe 8 people from Abaco. 6 pastors, the pathologist, her assistant, the permanent secretary, and 2 ministers and 1 big, fat, stupid policeman. That is it. That is all we got. There was a nothing meeting. And we all emphasize it ought to have happened in Abaco or Grand Bahama. So guess what? 6 months in, nobody know who's in the trailer. And the interesting thing about it, the minister's on record saying that there were 52 bodies there. The pathologist said tonight there's only 50. Although we have found more bodies in Abaco since they went there, they said the total amount is 50. So where are these bodies swimming out of the trailer? Why can the government give us a true number, a true answer? From 55, 78, now we're down to 50. And guess what? They do not have the DNA on neither one of these Americans, Haitians, Bahamians, white, black, Caucasian. They don't have zilch. Nothing. I mean, 6 months in, they can't give you an answer on nothing. Everybody is a John Doe. Although families that went there and got DNA after DNA, and to date, Dr. Sands happened to be the dumbest Minister of Health on record, and this government going down in history as the worst government in the worst disaster in our country, while the Prime Minister's on film going to Regatta, partying. You imagine the Prime Minister going to Regatta like Abaco don't exist, and he's partying with no answer on when they're going to bury our dead. This is one of those nighttime in Nassau, Kai case. What a bunch of weightless ministers. I can't even believe it. Wow. Weightless, absolutely weightless.